And there we are. We're live.
Mine's, I think we are.
Yeah, look up at the top left. Does it say live?
Yeah.
Ta-da!
Wow.
Wow.
Might give people a good laugh.
What's the laugh?
It's my first time doing a Zoom live with you.
Yeah, it's your first Zoom live.
Wow. So I'm live on Facebook?
Now you can bring buddies with you whenever you want on your lives. Absolutely.
I don't have any buddies. They're all
You
died.
don't have any buddies? You have tons of buddies.
They all died. No, I'm
No.
joking.
No, they didn't. I'm trying to on my Facebook. Oh, there you are. You're live. Wait, I just saw you.
Hey, you're my buddy.
Wait. Oh no, we're both live. Ta-da! Okay, let's get down to business here, Mr.
Are we,
Redmond.
are we live?
We are live. I see us.
Hi, guys. We're live.
You're killing me.
You're killing me, Harry.
So that was my grandfather's name. So you told me a story that absolutely blew my mind that I didn't know about you. And by the way, in case anybody doesn't know who we are, perhaps we should introduce ourselves. What do you think?
Well, I'm Ray Williams, your local friendly hypnotist known as the Mind Mechanic. And this is my buddy, friend, business partner, muse, all-around sane keeper, Diane Hockman.
All around nice girl.
All-around nice girl.
Yeah.
And this is my first live where I'm going more than solo. This is cool.
Yeah. So
she's the one showing me technology.
Yes.
And pulling me out of the 1890s.
You did it. You did it.
I just pulled me out of the 1890s. But look, the shirt is from the shirt is actually an antique, and it is from the 1890s. It's a minor shirt.
It wasn't made in the 1890s legit, or it's modeled after a shirt from the 1890s.
It's next time I see you. No, it's the real McCoy.
So
no,
your shirt is 100 years old.
This shirt was actually hermetically sealed in a big funkin' Wagnall's mayonnaise jar for a long time. The shirt's about 100 years old.
Wow.
Look at the buttons.
I can't tell from here, but
they don't make buttons like this anymore. These are real buttons.
Are they like metal? Are they metal?
They're metal, yeah. No, if you saw this shirt would frighten all millennials. It would. This thing is made, you can fall off a building with this thing. Okay.
Where do you find these things, Ray?
Well, this one I actually found in Kalispell, Montana.
Oh. And but he just said, I have a 100-year-old shirt. Do you want to buy it, or how did you?
I'm an antique buffer. I'm an antiquer, and I was placed down Main Street in Kalispell. Walked in, and there was a antique store, and nothing really appealed to me, but had these old vintage shirts. And this one actually had a tag from the days, and I think the shirt's from Bolivia someplace. I don't know, but I mean this thing. I mean the buttons, the craftsmanship on this. You just won't see today.
No, not at all. Not at all. Well, so here's what's I think fascinating about you. Every time I think I know you, and I've known you for a couple of years now. Every time I think I know you and I know your stories, you come up with a new story, like today with your mining shirt. And you have a particularly interesting story that might be helpful to a lot of people. So it's kind of hoping. Wait, I don't want them. I'm trying to see I don't want it to talk. My phone. I just want to see the comments. I think that you have a story that might be helpful to people. Karen Anderson says, geez, I caught you both. Here we are, both of us.
Here we are.
Here
hey,
we
Karen.
are. I know you can't see. I usually watch when you're using Zoom, I watch the comments on my phone.
Okay.
Steph Fincher says an antique, smile, smile, smile. Jackie's here. She says the Ray and Diane show. She's tells everybody about the Ray and Diane show. So it's cool.
Yeah, we have a reputation that
Almost
precedes
died.
us.
I heard you almost died.
Yes, I almost died more than once, but
Wait, more than once? See this
yeah,
one.
but this one was very profound.
Are you like a cat?
One more time.
Are you like a cat with 9 lives?
Let's hope so.
Okay.
I've used a few up.
Okay. So tell me about this almost dying. Miss Cindy, she says hi. Tell me about you
Who said hi?
dying. And I can't even imagine what that's like because I have to guess it gives you some perspective.
Well, it was a strange experience, so I hope it's received, but it was, I mean, you hear about all these different near deaths, and turns out after this happened, I actually started doing some studying on near death experiences, and there's many different levels of them, many different levels. Like there's a famous man here in town, Daniel Brinkley. He was dead for like 45 minutes on a slab, which,
How do you be dead for 45 minutes?
yeah, read the book. I think it was called Saved by the Light, or maybe it was a half hour, it was a long time. He actually saw himself on the slab in the morgue, he got hit by lightning. So there's people who've really totally gone to bodies. There's some people that dead for a few minutes, which is the average. But anyway, here's what happened to me. Except
I'm sitting over here yawning because it's late on the East Coast. So
was visiting a good buddy here in town, got together one of the neighborhood casinos, and just doing some light chat. We had lunch, and I know driving back, I was feeling a little strange driving. I'm gonna like getting a little gurglies and stuff going on, and it's okay. It felt weird. So I got home, and I'll try to keep it as ungraphic as I can to make the point. But as the day progressed, I started feeling like really very weird. It's like this strange bearing down there. So as nightfall came, I went up in the bathroom, and it was time to relieve myself, but just I found myself letting go to the point I had to have a bucket in the bathroom as I'm letting go and vomiting, and
sure,
also
like
letting go.
really sick. Been
Yeah,
there.
I mean I mean I'm just this
Your
violent
body is releasing
running,
everything.
letting go. And this kept up and kept up and kept up, hours on end until the wee hours of the morning. And all of a sudden, with it was the strangest thing that I got these uber super incredible. Imagine every muscle, nerve, tendon, and fiber in your legs from your knees down, just doing this. It was gut wrenching.
Cramps, so I know they're no fun. So
And it went beyond, but every single one, it was just like, and I'm screaming. I couldn't, and it was like, that was going on top of what I'm going on. It was happening with the fluids letting go. So that kept up. So then the trips kept up. So this went on for hours. So finally, I barely made it to the bathroom, and I noticed I can barely see. I'm getting weaker and weaker, and finally, I stood up from the laboratory, they say, or one of the old. And as I stood up, it was the strangest feeling. I stood up, and I actually felt. I mean, my eyes are closed. I'm so weak at this point, but I actually felt. Imagine like from your body, just you feel like this ascending, and I'm feeling this ascending, and it's like I'm seeing this kind of weird light, and I'm going, what the? And then it hit me. Wow, I'm leaving my body. It actually, I said that to myself. It was kind of, I mean, it felt cool in a kind of a weird way, but just actually feel yourself leaving your body. So I'm going, wow. First I'm going, I'll leave my body, and then I'm like going. Then just something told me as this was happening, no, this is not cool. If I leave my body, I need my body. So it's like, I think I got kind of like halfway, and I said, no, I'm not going to do this. So I kind of blacked out for a sec, but I remember just kind of forcing myself back into my body. And that sounds weird, but this.
No, I've heard other people report that though.
Okay, so actually.
Turn around.
I'm glad the last second when I said, no, I can't do this, although I was kind of enjoying half the ride. I somehow got myself to go back into my body. So the nonsense went on a little while longer. I think it's right after that that all the runs stopped, and I just made it back to the bed, and I couldn't get out of bed for like 2-3 days. And I remember, I just imagined, I felt like, imagine this biker gang just picked you up and threw you up a 3-story building.
Mm.
And there was no trampoline to catch in the bottom, you know? So it was like, I remember my whole entire body was just felt like that for like days and a couple of weeks. So it gets even funnier. I quite didn't know what happened. I wound up at this spiritual fair here in town.
Mm-hmm.
Trippy lady, nice ladies there, gal maybe my age. And she was known as a medical intuitive, right? Yeah, that's okay. Whatever medical intuitive may be. She was going to intuit my medical. So I didn't say 2 words to her. I walked in the room. She was doing these medical intuitive little readings. She looked at me, she pointed, because she goes, "You were real sick recently, were you?" She said, about 2 weeks ago. I didn't say a word, nothing. She said, you had an out of body experience, didn't you? And by now I'm going, ha, you know?
Wow.
And then she's looking, then she does kind of like this around and she goes, you ever hear of the Nero virus? Yes, I did. She said, remember that virus that killed all those people on the cruise ship some years ago? Yeah, story, I think where it happened, the Bahamas anyway. So yeah, Nero virus. You had Nero virus. But everything, she was like a friend of mine tonight saying, "Oh, you're resistant getting on here." She was that adamant about things. Pointed near death, and it was the most holy shit moment, you know. So I walked out of there going, and ever since that happened, you know, it used to take a lot of, you hear about this stuff or you read about it in New Age magazines, or you go, that's kumbaya stuff. You know what? That was 2 years ago, April. Everything they said about is true. You don't quite look at you the same way. You don't look at your life the same way.
Mm.
Your thought process towards your being, everything, the outside world is different. So it was just, I know maybe it doesn't sound as impacting as it would happen to me, but it's like, I mean, everything from, what are you going to do differently? What would you do differently? What am I doing differently? And it all I guess is so far what I've done differently is the way my work with people. I don't know if you guys know, I'm a hypnotist, and a lot of the work with my people changed, and it's like it became more of a spiritual, compassionate nature. Not that I was not of loving with people,
Mm-hmm.
but it just, I felt more of a heart and soul connection with people after that happened. If that makes any sense.
Sure, it does. Did you change your perspective on like what you want to accomplish in life at all, or did you change your perspective on like daily choices?
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing. I noticed immediately. It was like you hear so many cliches thrown around in the personal development industry, but one thing it's like really came home. It's like, you know, you hear people that want making a difference, or some people just do what they do to make a buck. What's really come home for me is wanting to leave something, to make just not just a, oh, you give this killer hypnosis program and you help someone lose 100 pounds. You have this overwhelming, at least I can only speak for what happened after this happened with me. I've had this overwhelming urge, desire to some people call it leaving a legacy, making a difference. And that has come, I think you know what I'm talking about there. That has come
It's always been a
home.
big thing for me.
that has come home big time for me. To leave something of some kind of deeming value with people.
Is that part of why you've started doing the videos regularly and stuff, sharing your experience and concepts and stuff? Does that have something to do with it?
Yeah, it's a part. Yeah, another thing I noticed, I spent a long time wanting to be hidden from the world. I mean, I spent years on the road doing things that money was very good, but I wasn't exactly proud of. It was nothing illegal, but it was just promotional work and ... So, but I had this continuum of just staying hidden from people. But now I want, I want the world to know exist. I want to be present in the world, something I had not been for a long, long time. I want to be present. I want to show up.
That's cool.
If that makes any sense.
It does. Ray, I hope that you do another video. And you talk about, because I know a lot of people that have been sick, maybe not near death, but, have had cancer or different things where they knew that it was possible for them to die. And a lot of them came out with their life changed. So I hope you do another video, maybe to help people. Obviously I don't want to get close to dying, I don't want to do that, but I think it would be really powerful to maybe have you help us kind of quasi have that experience, or go through it with you so that we can really think about what's important. Because people always report, the midlife crisis and so on. We get to be like my age where you start to really look at, well, what's important? What's important? And I think an experience like that makes you really see things a little differently.
It has for me.
Will you do another video for us?
Be glad to.
That's excellent. Thank
Be
you.
glad to.
I'm glad you didn't die.
Yeah, I hate when that happens, really. Yeah.
I know, I'm glad you didn't die. I didn't know about this. It had to have happened literally just not too far before I met you. Wow.
Yeah, actually it wasn't. I think it was maybe a half a year before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yep.
it was.
I didn't know you before, so I don't know what you might have been like before. I know you've certainly added a lot to my life, and I thank you as always. I know a lot of other people you've made a big difference for, and I'm really glad you're out sharing with, everybody now. So thank you.
Thanks for coming on.
Oh, sure. We were, hanging out, and I needed to teach you how to use the Zoom. So, so now Ray now has the capacity to do Zoom broadcast. So if any of you guys want to do a Zoom with Ray, hit him up. Or if you need the type of account where you can broadcast, let us, we have a really good deal on it. We can help you with that. So maybe you want to have Ray as a guest sometime.
Love to.
Right. He's got a story for every occasion. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Thanks.
You do.
Yeah, it's not been dull. It's not been dull.
But that's good. Not been dull is really good, because a lot of people, they haven't lived. So I know you did live. I know you almost died, and I'm glad to see you outliving and contributing again.
I'm gonna sign off, guys. Thank you. By the way, I'm gonna post up. What's that?
You got a couple comments. He gave us a smiley kissy face. Stephanie Fincher says, really cool. So glad you're more present. Kelly Constantino says, such a powerful conversation. Thank you. Judy Front says, great stuff. Karen says, night night. Jenny says, we're both making a huge difference in her life. Oh, David, your friend David, your friend's son, Rosen says, maybe you can do a video on how you meet or how you met fascinating people, because you have met some fascinating people. That's a great.
Actually, his father was actually a legend, David.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yes, David, I'd be glad to talk about. David's dad was a very fascinating man, also from New York. One day we shall talk about that. In fact, I'll have David on live. It was
That would be cool. I love your New York stories. I love your Times Square, your stories about the time period, all that stuff. I know I love it. I don't know if everybody else will, but I love them.
Well, it's funny. His dad, his father, it was from New York, like myself, and we actually met out here. I don't want to blow the whole story, but I met his father out here in New York, and originally saw his father. Yeah, I originally saw his father on the Sally Jesse Raphael show, like 20 years before I even met him.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's an interesting story.
Cool. All right. Well, I'm going to turn in because I'm tired. I'm all tuckered out. I did a live earlier and then doing one with you. I'm done. But this is cool and it's very interesting. And I know I'll have more questions. So maybe another night we'll come back on or just do part 2. How does somebody, because I want to watch you explain this, or if you could, maybe even give us like a little meditation to make us experience something. I don't want to die, but it would be cool if I could live my life like I know what that is. Kind of cool.
Yeah, okay. All right, I'm going to sign off with you. All right, good people. By the way, I want to put a little caption up. Out of many different things I'm doing different, I also have a newsletter. I'm going to put a little caption up my little site.
What's your site called?
TheRayWilliams.com. I am the Ray Williams.
Ta-da.
There might be a lot of Ray Williams up, but I am the Ray Williams. THE TheRayWilliams.com.
Excellent. They can get your newsletter there?
Yeah. I'll sign up, and I put little ditties up on the mind and how do you increase more of your mind power, little stuff to help people think, something we don't do as much as we used to in this day and age, but as I'm like to give my little contribution there to the world. So
Wallace Waddle said the hardest work there is thinking, and only 2% of people will ever strive to think. That was 100 years ago, 100 plus years ago when he said it.
I have Waddle's book. I know.
Powerful stuff. All right, I'm going to go pass out. Thanks for having me on, Ray. Appreciate it.
Thanks for being on. See you again. Good night, guys.